All right, here we go. And this was aired today on the Charlie Kirk Show. I want to dive into this because he highlighted something that I didn't put two and two together until I listened to this, and it is absolutely unnerving. There's very much an inside push in the Trump administration from insiders, from people close to the administration to try another amnesty boondoggle. And Trump has to be very, very careful to oppose this. Do not go the way of Ronald Reagan. Do not give in to this nonsense. And I'm hoping that some of Trump's comments are simply him processing out loud, throwing up trial balloons. But check this out from Charlie Kirk. Then we're going to hear some things from Trump in his own words. Here we go.
President Donald Trump signed the big, beautiful bill on Independence Day on July 4th, signaling a massive legislative accomplishment: tax cut, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, huge investment in border security, $175 billion for ICE. We're going to talk more about the profundity and the importance of this bill, but it is of great urgent necessity that we cover what is coming next. And yes, we are going to talk about Epstein. We're also going to have live coverage from the awful and the unspeakable tragedy happening in Kerr County and near Hunt, Texas. Just a national tragedy with the flooding. But you would think that, hey, we get $175 billion for ICE. We're going to get mass deportations.
And that is what the American people voted for. Mass deportations. And now it's in the big, beautiful bill. It's funded. We got 20x the ICE agents. Let's go. But suddenly that's not what the insiders are talking about.
We're going to be able to have now the largest deportation effort ever. Yes, in theory, but in practice, there's something else afoot. Literally the day before President Donald Trump was signing the big, beautiful bill, I got a couple phone calls from people that you would call members of the ruling class. A lot of money and a lot of connections. They said, Charlie, isn't this amazing? We passed the big, beautiful bill. I said, oh, yes, sir. And they said, now we need mass amnesty. What? I said, we haven't even signed the bill yet. They said, yeah, you know, these deportations, we're going to lose the midterms because of the deportations. The people on the right, they'll understand. And we need to come to the middle, and we need to legalize the 25 million people here in this country. I was speechless. Because here I am actually thinking, a little naive, we're going to sign this big, beautiful bill, and we're actually going to get mass deportations uninterrupted from an asymmetrical attack.
That's what we are all expecting, and that's what needs to happen. Massive deportations to the tune of 10,000 a day. 10,000 deportations a day would be 3.6 million a year. In 3 years, we'd have deported 10 million. The bulk of the illegals, not all of them, because I think there are probably 15 to 20 let in, but the bulk of the illegals let in under Biden. That would be a huge start. Then you would get self-deportations on top of that. That would be a compounding effect. That's what needs to happen. But now you've got insiders saying, oh, no. We need to legalize 25 million people. And I say, oh, hell no. You want to know what will break MAGA even more than the whole Epstein thing? People can get over the Epstein thing. Even if they think they're being lied to, maybe not. But if they think, okay, if they were convinced that, the Biden DOJ destroyed everything and all that was left was a bunch of crap, you could get over that. If you give amnesty to 25 million illegals, you will break MAGA, because it will absolutely be anything but America first. Absolutely, this will break MAGA, and it cannot happen. You want to lose the midterms? Do this. 25 million illegal amnesty. That will destroy the midterms, and it will destroy 2028, because no Republican will get elected then.
So we have somewhere between 20 to 50 million illegal aliens in this country. We don't actually know the numbers. These are all guesstimates. These are all just approximations. And there is a movement afoot as I am doing this broadcast. And this is bigger than anything with Epstein. This is bigger than anything with tax cuts. It is happening right now in Washington, D.C. And I can say this from firsthand experience, that people are pushing President Trump for amnesty.
Now, that is absolutely true. Now, check this out from Trump's, one of those people is in Trump's cabinet. Oh, I forget her name. Anyway, he mentions her. Rollins, Secretary of Ag. She's been one of the ones pressuring Trump to do this. Now, check this out. This is Trump in his own words. Again, I am hoping that this is a trial balloon. This is a process out loud. This is a let's see what people think. And in so doing, he's going to get such a backlash from MAGA that it won't happen. That's what I'm hoping and praying for. But check this out from Trump in Iowa.
On legislation right now where farmers, look, they know better. They work with them for years. You had cases where, not here, but just even over the years, where people have worked for a farm on a farm for 14, 15 years, and they get thrown out pretty viciously, and we can't do it. We got to work with the farmers and people that have hotels and leisure properties, too. We're going to work with them, and we're going to work very strong and smart, and we're going to put you in charge. We're going to make you responsible. And I think that that's going to make a lot of people happy. Now, serious radical right people, who I also happen to like a lot, they may not be quite as happy, but they'll understand, won't they? Do you think so? Madam Secretary, look at you with a white hat on. Do you think they'll understand that? You're the one that brought this whole situation up. Brooke Rollins brought it up, and she said, so we have a little problem. The farmers are losing a lot of people. And we figured it out, and we have some great stuff being written, and let the farmers be responsible. And then if the farmers don't do a good job, we'll throw them the hell out of the country. We'll let the illegals stay, and we'll throw the farmer the hell out, okay?
Now, again, Trump does this. Trump does this, rhetorical repartee, kind of with himself and with people in the crowd, that he knows. Hopefully, what he's doing is throwing a trial balloon to see what people think. You cannot do this, Mr. President. This will break MAGA. You cannot go back on your promise to mass deport. You cannot give people amnesty. You cannot do this. The farmers and everybody else need to figure out how to hire American workers. If that's what needs to happen, what needs to happen. We cannot have amnesty in this country. Brooke Rollins notwithstanding. Big, powerful corporate interests notwithstanding. The Hilton hotels, the Marriott, notwithstanding. You've got to get rid of the illegals. That will break MAGA. That will doom America first. Trump needs to stand up on this one. Trump needs to go maverick on this one and tell every insider that is pressuring him, oh, no, the farmers need work. No, sorry, pay more. And if that means people got to pay more for food, then I'm saying pay more for food, because we cannot have mass amnesty. That will break MAGA. Let me know what you think in the comments. Really appreciate everybody rolling up. Not a good news cycle Monday, the amnesty nonsense, but thanks for rolling up. I really appreciate everybody being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share Courageous Media with everybody that you know. And if you're willing, if you like the content, please join us as a member of Courageous Army on YouTube or Patreon. Thanks so much for joining. Remember, God is good and He is sovereign.